Our dear friends in Marriage Encounter, we are Phil and Rita Jackson, and our present role is supporting the National Board, looking after our teen couples and priests. And today we're going to be looking at romance. All of us, no matter who we are, live in a relationship of some sort. It could be a couple relationship, priestly or religious. Even singles live in relationship with those around them. All these relationships start with romance and love. For a couple, each other, for priest, religious, God, Jesus, their communities, and the church. And for singles, they live in a state of romance with those around them. When a couple are in this romance stage of their relationship, all is good and happiness abounds as they spend time with each other, finding about each other in all sorts of ways. It's a huge journey of discovery, finding about likes and dislikes, common interests, and how to make each other happy. Love grows and grows at these times. The world looks a wonderful place, and our place in it secure, as we marry the person who we have found can make us truly happy and to fulfil our dreams.
After we marry, there can be a period of sadness or disillusionment, when not everything is right in our world. We start to feel annoyed, even angry with our spouse. Our dream seems to be drifting away. This could frighten us at first, but it's only a natural process that each love relation follows. A cycle of romance, disillusionment and joy. We all need to be aware of this cycle, work hard on our relationship and allow the joy and love to be refocused on each other. It's when we're in these periods of disillusionment that we have to work the hardest on our relationship, whether it's a couple, priest or single. It's a time to reevaluate what needs to be done or said to heal any hurts, pay more attention, not take for granted the love of the other, take definite steps to show each other just how much they mean to us. If we don't feel love, then our differences are magnified. Love is not the answer to every problem, but it creates a climate of security in which we can seek the answers to issues that bother us. Conflicts can be resolved. Two people who are different can learn to live together in harmony and discover how to bring out the best in each other. That is the reward of love, and so we can be brought back to the romance stage and our dreams become reality again.
Love really is the most powerful force in the world. It was love that led Christ to give his life for us. Marriage functions best when both partners feel genuinely loved. The decision to love your spouse holds tremendous potential, and whenever we feel disillusioned, we'll bring back that romance, joy and happiness. At the moment, we are all trying to come to terms with the coronavirus, having to make changes in our lives that we would never have imagined. Couples, families and singles are now locked down and isolating. The initial novelty of being together or part of a community is now slowly wearing off. The jobs list completed. We're under each other's feet. We can't agree. Niggles creep in and tensions mount. Suddenly that initial joy of time together disappears and we are disillusioned, wanting normality to return. And it is at these times we need to dialogue, share our feelings and look for ways to bring fun and romance back into our lives. Indeed, we ourselves have experienced this recently and remembered how useful the 5 languages of love, written by Gary Chapman, helped at these times in the past for us. And you can explore this more online to identify what your primary love language is.
You can introduce this into your dialogue letters. The 5 languages are words of affirmation. Begin your love letter with an endearing quality. and by thanking your spouse for something they did today or yesterday. The next one is quality time. Say a prayer or share a short Bible reading before starting your dialogue. Take time for additional conversation after your 10 and 10. The next is receiving gifts. Present your letter as a gift with a kiss. Maybe put a sweet or a piece of chocolate in your dialogue book. Now that's one I really like. The next one is acts of service. Put the children to bed early. Clear the dinner dishes so you can dialogue earlier. Have a list of dialogue questions to choose from. And set up a special dialogue place in your home. Physical touch. Sit closer together during dialogue. Touch in some way as you share your love letters and as you dialogue. Hold hands. Put your arm around your spouse. Tuck your feet under each other.
We used the love languages to see how we were using them with each other in our daily lives. So the question we have for you and what we have written to is, looking at the 5 languages of love, how can I or am I incorporating them into my daily life with you? Is there a primary love language that I've identified? What are my thoughts and feelings sharing this with you? And I wrote, Dear Rita, I find the question challenging and I am disappointed that I don't demonstrate my love for you as often as I should, often taking what you do for me for granted. However, looking back on the last week, I do now feel a little happier as I remember the happy and fun times we have shared together. Words of affirmation. They mean a great deal to me, where I experience self-worth and appreciation in what I have done. And your words of thanks on my completing the long overdue decorating and how nice it now looks really did mean a lot to me. I just don't like doing DIY. Quality time. Time is something we have had plenty of, and I judge we have used constructively with an agreed daily routine which has worked well. Certainly our morning Bible reading and reflection together with our prayers has had a more significant meaning to me. Our daily walks, exploring new local places, has been most enjoyable, together with our Friday barbecues. The weather has really helped. Receiving gifts. Now, this is probably bottom of my list of the 5 languages. So buying you gifts is quite out of character, and you often have to dangle that carrot in order to realise your expectations. And this leaves me feeling quite sad and flat. But one glimmer of recent hope is when I bought you some daffodils, which I know you enjoy having and having in the lounge.
Thank you.
Acts of service. I've been a lot more conscious of the household jobs, trying to help more as they often go unnoticed. So giving you a hand to change the bedclothes, clearing up after you've cooked, especially when you've just started baking again. I foolishly used to think it was the grandchildren who were making all that mess.
But now you know.
I do. Physical touch. For me, this is by far the most important language, what I need the most. So, giving you a kiss when I'm close to you and to cuddle up as we settle down on the sofa and when we go to bed at night is very special. How lucky I am to have you by my side. Always hopeful that that might just lead to more. So, on reflection, maybe things aren't quite as bad as I initially thought. Quite a relief. Not perfect, but work in progress.
I wrote to the same question. Dear Phil, if I take the love languages in the same order as you, words of affirmation, I have been doing a lot more baking when I could finally find some flour and trying different recipes. You've shown your appreciation by saying how tasty you've found my new creations. Not all my baking has been a roaring success, but you've still eaten and enjoyed them, which is thanks enough. I've even seen the funny side when things have not quite turned out how I expected. Quality time. Any time that we make for each other has been really positive. One special time was our intimate barbecue for two in the garden, accompanied by a jug of Pimm's.
Might have been two.
Or two. It was so good we have repeated the experience a couple of times, playing music, playing cards, and enjoying the glorious sunshine, building special memories. Receiving gifts, here like you, I've not been so strong, though I did buy you a couple of sets of lights to put up in the garden. I also buy treats that I know you'll like when we're out shopping. Acts of service. This is my primary love language. We have been enjoying our daily walks and I've taken you on new roads close to home, making it much more of an adventure rather than the same route each day. With exercise in mind, we've tried a few of Joe Wick's exercise programs, which if nothing else has made us laugh and demonstrated just how unfit we actually are.
Oh yeah.
In a small way, I've befriended an elderly neighbour and have made a point of buying extra groceries to drop into him. Physical touch. I know that this is your primary love language, and I continue to be as responsive as I can. So snuggling up on the sofa together in the evening and watching TV is where I'm the most comfortable. So on the whole, we're rubbing along quite nicely, although there are still days when we have different priorities, and on those days we need to be more patient with each other, and it's where dialogue can help the most. Part of our morning routine is to plan what each of us wants to achieve. All my love, Rita. So we leave you with the question. Looking at the 5 languages of love, how can I, or am I, incorporating them into my daily life with you? Is there a primary love language that I've identified? What are my thoughts and feelings sharing this with you? We thought we would focus on romance and the 5 love languages as we're approaching Marriage Week, and it would be good to use as a reminder of how much our marriage means to us. We wish you well, keep safe, with all our love. Bye.
Bye bye.